Hello, hello, beautiful people. Today we are going to bust a big myth, the idea that there are right or wrong decisions. Here's the truth: there's no such thing. Okay. There are just decisions. And the only way you'll know the outcome is by making one. So let's talk about why being indecisive is holding you back and why it's time to stop straddling the fence. And if you guys don't know what I mean by straddling the fence, I'm talking about, think about where you've got a left and you've got a right, and you're right in the middle. And you're just straddling, they call it straddling the fence. You got one leg on the left side, you got one leg on the right. Okay. So, first off, let's get this out of the way now. The idea that you can make a right or wrong decision is more of a fairy tale than it is a reality. Okay? Every decision that you make is just that. It is a decision. It's not right or wrong until after it's made and you see the outcome. Life is unpredictable. Let's stop trying to be psychics. What seems like the right decision might not turn out the way you expected, and what seems wrong could lead to amazing opportunities. This is just like trying to predict the weather a month in advance. You just can't know for sure, right? So understand that there are harms in being indecisive. So let's talk about that, right? Something we all struggle with at times is indecisiveness. The problem with being indecisive is that it keeps you stuck. When you're constantly weighing your options and worrying about making the wrong choice, you're not moving forward. And it's like being on a treadmill and you feel like you're doing something, but in reality, you're not getting anywhere, right? So indecisiveness also creates anxiety, stress. The more you delay making a decision, the more you build up this imaginary pressure that makes the decision seem bigger and scarier than it actually is. And let's be real, right? Straddling the fence is so uncomfortable. It's a mental and emotional, it puts you in a mental and emotional limbo that can drain your energy and your confidence. So real quick, I'll share, like a quick story, an example, right? There was a time when I was faced with a tough career choice and I spent weeks, maybe even months, I don't remember now, just going back and forth trying to figure out what was the right decision. And it wasn't until I finally made a decision that I committed to that I realized how much time I had wasted worrying. And I'm sure you guys can all relate to this, right? And really the outcome was, well, it wasn't exactly what I expected, but it led to new opportunities that I never would have found if I had stayed stuck in my indecision, right? Analysis by paralysis is what we call this. So, the importance of just deciding. So what are the takeaways here? You just want to make a decision. There's just no more sitting on the fence. When you make a decision, you're taking control of your life. You're moving forward, even if you're not entirely sure where you'll end up, and that's okay. Life is an adventure. It's not a script, right? So every decision, whether it turns out the way you want it or not, teaches us something value when we want to see that. It's all a part of the journey. It's like if you guys play video games, or not, just understanding that you might not win every level, but you learn and you get better as you go. Martin Luther King has a famous quote. It's like, you just got to take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase, right? So it's that walking in faith aspect, making those decisions. So uncertainty is part of life, and instead of fearing it, you want to embrace it. The unknown is where the magic happens, and trust that whatever decision you make, you will be able to handle whatever comes next, because we won't know until we're in it. You can't prepare for everything, right? So let's talk about some practical steps really quick, like on how to overcome these, because I'm sure these will be very helpful. This is what helped me. um, One of the first ones is to always set a deadline. Give yourself a time limit to make the decision, and this prevents you from overthinking and dragging it out, right? And when I say make a timeline, Ideally, in the beginning, you might want to give yourself a day. Sometimes people need a week, but you want to cut that down to where it's like within an hour, right? The sooner you are and the more you do this, the faster you can start making these deadlines and just start making decisions. Remember, you can always change the decision later after you have more information, but it's just important to make that decision now. Okay. And this leads to trusting your gut, right? We talked about this in another video, and I'll put a link there so you guys can see that. So often your first instinct is the right one for you. You want to trust it and just go with it. You want to, focus on the present. Don't worry too much about the future. Make the best decisions you can with the information that you have right now. And then just be okay with making mistakes. We're not perfect. Understand that mistakes are just part of the process. It's better to make a decision and learn from it than to not make a decision at all. All right. So remember, you guys, there is no such thing as a right or wrong decision, just decisions being made. The only way you'll know the outcome is by making a choice and going for it. So stop straddling the fence, embrace it, embrace the uncertainty, and move forward with confidence. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Send this video to people that might find interest in this. I know we've got a lot of people who have that analysis by paralysis, and I hope that this helps. I make these videos for you guys. I'm only sharing information that has worked for me, but just continue to go along in this journey with me. I also have social media links. You guys can hit the notification bell if you subscribe, if you haven't already subscribed now. The team is just growing bigger and bigger, and I'm really excited just to continue to do these videos. And eventually I will be getting into lives. There's going to be some really cool things that I'm going to be doing in the future. So like I said, make sure you guys have that notification bell. Follow me on my social media links. And until next time, you guys make it a great day. Take care.